was empty.
Good morning, Eric.
Singing a song that's sad.
Makes you kind of wonder where everything seems so bad. So many sad faces gazing into space, waiting for somebody else to make the world a better place. Leave it up to the other man or to another day. If anything goes down here, looking the other way. I say, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Lynette. Woo, it's Wisdom Wednesday. We are, oh man, let me tell you, what is today, the 21st? That means we have 10 days left in the month. This is the 5th month. This year is moving along so quickly. It's almost scary. You know, this Wisdom Wednesday, number one, I want to invite everybody, of course, to get a copy of our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and also to go to our special website to give this book as the perfect gift, the graduation gift, www.theperfectgift.me, theperfectgift.me. And when you get 3 or more copies, we are going to give you a complimentary 7-night, 8-day vacation worth over $5,000. Isn't that amazing? They say, talk about something that's great, too good to be true. Well, this is true, and it ain't too good. You deserve a break. All right, folks. You know, this time of the year when 5 months have gone by, we have to really look at, is it time to keep doing what we're doing, or is it time to make a pivot? Good morning, Corey. Thanks for joining us. Is it time to make a pivot? Based on where you are right now, are you getting the results that you thought you would be getting? The results that you need to be getting to get where you want to go by the end of this year? Or is it time to pivot, to take a new direction? And to pivot just means to take a new direction. Now, I don't like to pivot. I don't like to take a new direction because when you make a pivot, there's a subtle thought that what you have been doing up to this point has not worked. Well, I guess it hasn't if you're not getting the results that you wanted. But it's a time investment. You know, I remember working with a company for a year, and at the end of that year, I was actually making less than I was making when the first 2 or 3 months I started out like gangbusters. And by the end of that year, I'm like, well, hold on here. Let me evaluate this. But you look back and you say, I don't want to have wasted a year. I put in the time. But it's something that we have to look at, because if we keep doing what we're already doing or always done, we'll keep getting the results that we've been getting to date. So wherever you are right now, if your efforts right now are producing the results that you desired and everything's working good for you, if that's the case, then step up your game. If you're accomplishing all of your daily goals, your weekly goals, then you need to set bigger goals. You can do more. Push yourself a little harder. Okay, Shots Bird, thank you. Shots by Rod, I got you. Thanks, Shots by Rod, for joining us. But if you're not getting the results that you thought you would be getting, that you need to be getting to be where you want to go at the end of the year, and that's the critical point. If you don't hit your benchmarks right now, then at the end of the year, you will not accomplish what you set out to do. So let's look at this. How do you determine if it's time to pivot? Number one, you really have to ask yourself a very profound question. And that is this: do you love what you're doing? If you don't love what you're doing, chances are you're never going to be outrageously successful at it. You're going to mainly mark time because you don't love what you're doing. And so the time that you're spending is almost like, oh, here I go again. Got to face the man again. Got to go to work again, doing something I really don't like. And so that's a profound question. Are you doing something that you love? I believe this, that we should be determined to not do something that you hate. Now, we often trade off. We're like, well, you got to make a living. Yes. But you don't have to stay stuck there. And so if you're not doing something you love, that's a deeper question. And you really need to look at that. So assuming that you're doing something you love, then how do you determine if it's time to pivot? Well, the first question is this. Did you do everything that you're supposed to do to get the results that you desire? I like to call them IPAs. Did you do the income producing activities? Or RPAs? Did you do the results producing activities that you know you have to do in order to get the results that you desire? As we look back over these 5 months, have you been doing the things that you need to do to get the results that you desire? In other words, did the program that you're doing right now, the job, the profession, the business, whatever you're doing right now, are you getting the results that you're getting because you are not doing the work? Because you did not do what you need to do to be successful. Now, I'm a network marketer. For the last, 50 years really, I've been a network marketer. And a network marketer who has been successful. I've made millions of dollars in network marketing. And what I have learned is this. There are certain activities that you have to do. Now, Lynette is in real estate. In any type of sales, really in any type of business, in life itself, there are certain things you have to do to get certain desired results. So I know as a network marketer that if I do, in network marketing, you basically have 3 things. You have a product, you have a company, and you have a system. And so in order to get results, I know this, that if I do 4 presentations, I don't care what the product is, what the service is, if you share the overall program with at least 4 people, you're going to get 1 person joining, whatever it is, enroll, buying whatever it is. 1 out of 4. And in order to get 4 people to see a presentation, to see the overview of your business, if you're in real estate, if you show the house 4 times, chances are 1 of the people will buy it. Okay. How do you get to show the house 4 times? You need like 4 people, 4 contacts, 4 prospects to get 1 showing. Right. So 4 times 4. So basically, for every, I'll say close, for every desired result, you need to talk to 16 people. Now, network marketing makes it kind of simplistic, but what we're saying is this. You have to do the numbers to get the results. In insurance, one of my good friends, Christine Quinn, is a trainer in insurance, and she said when a person's not getting the results that they thought they should be, she said, are you setting 3 appointments a day? No, I am not. Well, then you're not going to get the results. So this idea of should you pivot, that first question is, did I do everything I should have done to get the results that I desire? If you didn't do everything you were supposed to do to get the results, then you don't need to pivot. You need to go to work. You need to say, let me make these appointments. Let me make these calls. Let me send out these letters. Whatever you have to do to get desired results, you need to do it in a much more systematic fashion. You need to know your numbers. How many of X do you need to do to get Y? How many Y do you need to do to get Z? But it's not a time to pivot. It's a time to get to work. But if you did everything you were supposed to do, you did your calls, you did the presentations, and you're still not getting the results, then now you got to look, say, well, hey, let me look at the company. Let me look at the organization. Let me look at the industry. Can you say money loves speed? That's right. Volume is king. Welcome lessons for progression. Thanks for saying that, Kenya, because you don't want to get rich slowly. You want to do it. Money loves speed. The more effort you put into any type of system to get desired results, the more you work, you create a vibration that resonates. It's like when you play the piano, you hit any note, all the other notes vibrate. When you put forth a lot of energy, it creates a vibration and you attract people to you who can make you do even more. So if you've done everything you're supposed to do, then you look at the company. And when you look at a company, you got three aspects of it. You got a product, you got the company, and I'll say the leadership, and then you have the system. So if stuff is not working for you, one of those three things is failing, is not happening. And so the question is, can this be fixed? Can the product be adjusted? Can the leadership be made clear? Can the system be tweaked so that you who are doing the work can get the results desired? You know, many times when you're working with a company, I remember working with a company and our sales were flat and they wanted to generate more revenue, so they increased the price of the product. I'm like, that doesn't even make bad sense. If your sales are flat, do something to sell more. Maybe reduce the price of the product. Have a sale. If you ever noticed that every company, a car company, clothing company, furniture company, they have sales because they reduce prices because they know that works. So then when you look at your company or the system or the job or whatever, if it's a job, it's the same thing, then can it be fixed? Can it be straightened out so that you can get the desired results? So, number one question, can your company be fixed? If it can't be fixed, then it's time to pivot. So that's twice. If you've done everything you can, then it may be time to pivot. If the company that you're working with, the system you're working within, if it cannot be fixed, that you've done everything you can and still you're not getting the results, if it can't be fixed, then it's time to pivot. So, okay, well, it can be fixed. Well, how can it be fixed and by whom? How can it be fixed? By whom? And then will the company embrace it? Sometimes you have situations where you can bring in an expert. I've seen companies hire experts, paying them a lot of money, and then don't listen to what they say. So then your situation is, can it be fixed? Yes. Okay. Stick around. Will the company embrace being fixed? Yes. Stick around. Can the person who can fix it come in and get company support? Yes. Stick around. It may be that you are the one to bring the company back. It may be that you are the one that says, okay, you know what? Let me do this. Let me, I've been going through the numbers. I know what I'm doing works, but we need to change this A, B, C, and D about the company. We do that and bang, it's going to take off. But I need to caution you a minute. And this, if you're the one who's going to rescue, and I don't like the term rescue, but if you're the one who's going to make the changes to the company that you're working with, to the job that you're working with, to whatever the organization that you're a part of, then number one, don't do it for free. Now, if it's a job, okay, and you love the job, then you may have to work something out. But if you're an entrepreneur, don't do it for free. If you're the one that's necessary, that knows what to do to tweak the system so that everybody can get the results that you desire, that the company desires, that the people in the business desire, don't do it for free. Because what I have found with companies is, and it's the nature of capitalism, if you come in to fix something and you have the right idea and you do it for free, there's almost a psychological, a subconscious evaluation that what you're doing is not worth anything. You can come in and bring in the most powerful system and give it to them, and they'll take ownership of it and say, oh yeah, I learned about this, so and so and such and such. So if you're going to do it, charge them so that they will value it. If they don't want to pay you, it's time to pivot. So let's wrap up here, because many of us are at a point in our situation and in our lives where we need to make some hard decisions. Do we keep doing what we're doing, getting the results that we're getting, or do we do something different, or do we change the dynamic? We change the results by changing the company, the playing field on which we're operating. So, number one, when we look at where you are right now, this 5th month, if it's not working for you, if you're not achieving your goals now, then as it goes on, it's not going to get better. It's time to pivot. Number 2, are you working it? If you can say to yourself, I have done all of the things necessary to get the results that I desire in this business, in this company, in this job, in this situation, in this relationship. It works for relationships too. And it doesn't work, then it's time to pivot. And then 3, can it be changed? That if you've done everything you can, if you're not getting results, you've done everything you can do, then can the company or the organization be changed in a way that will embrace your success? Are they open to change? Is there someone there who can lead the change? And it's got to, by the way, folks, nothing happens without a leader. You know, I worked with a company called National Safety Associates many years ago, NSA. And in the late 80s, it was one of the big dollar companies. The entry level was $5,000, $15,000, or $25,000. But man, people were making huge money, $100,000 a month, $150,000 a month. I mean, it was crazy. But it didn't start out like that. They were selling water filters about $3 million a year. But then along comes a fellow named Jeff Roberti and his team, and they decided you can't just sell a water filter. People don't see the need for a water filter right now. But if you let them try it for a week, they'll decide that they like it and they'll buy it. The puppy dog, you know, you let somebody take a puppy home. You know, pet stores used to do that. They say, hey, why don't you take the dog home and see how the kids like him, how they get along? Guess what? That dog ain't coming back to the store. By the time the kids play with him and you and your wife, all of you play with it, that dog is not, so we call it the puppy dog close. Well, once they did that, the company embraced it. It blew from $3 million a year to $400 million a year in about 4 years. So if the company embraces it, then you can do it. Try it before you buy it. Absolutely. So if it's not working, pivot. If you're doing everything you need to do and it's not working, pivot. And if the company can be changed, change it. If it can't, pivot. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Albert Einstein said, insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. So today our message is, if it's time to pivot, go through this evaluation system and make that move. If it's time to get better, then take the steps to do what is necessary to get better at your craft, at your skill, at whatever you're doing to get the desired results. Thank you so much for the badge, Kenya. We appreciate your support. Man, all of you, when somebody buys a badge, that just warms my heart, because it says you find value in what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Kenya. So to wrap up today, it may be time to pivot and make that change. Kenya is a personal trainer, and I'm sure that people come to him sometimes. They said, I'm tired of being overweight. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of looking the way I look. I want to change. And then once they make that commitment, he can take them on that journey. So whatever you're tired of, if it's not working, let's make that pivot, make that change. So as we wrap up today, I remind everybody, a lot of the tools for change are in our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. The tools for change can transform you. The tools for change can take you to a whole nother level in your life. This is a book that can change your life, but we're promoting it right now. This is graduation season. To get the perfect gift for a young person graduating from high school, someone graduating from college, someone making a great transition, to get them a copy, an autographed copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, we have a special website set up, www.theperfectgift.me, theperfectgift.me. And when you purchase 3 or more copies, you get a complimentary 7-night, 8-day vacation worth over $5,000. So folks, how can you lose with the stuff we use? Go to our website, www.theperfectgift.me, and transform somebody's lives, giving them the tools they need to pivot, the tools they need to grow, and everything they need to be what they want to be, do what they want to do, and have anything they desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. Once again, thank you so much for that badge, Kenya. We sure appreciate your support. All right, folks, have a great day, a great week. The best is truly yet to come.